You'd be fairly safe to say that motor dealers know the vehicle market better than anyone. They have huge networks of contacts and have access to all the online data services that provide a snapshot of demand, stock and pricing. You may recall at the end of November last year, there was a letter signed by more than 3,000 dealers in the US which urged the Biden government to slow down on the EV rollout. Huge numbers of EVs were hitting the dealerships and then sitting there for months because nobody wants them. And now it appears that Ford dealers are equally reluctant to jump on the EV bandwagon, with many dealers refusing to take the leap to electrification. If you're after EV and net zero sanity, you've come to the right place. Welcome to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney YouTuber. If you like my videos and content, please be sure to like, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell and drop a comment down below. This is yet another example of the ever-slowing demand for EVs in the real world. Most of the EV fanatics already have their Teslas, and the rest of the population is scared off by all the things we're familiar with. High purchase price, lack of charging infrastructure, long charging times, higher insurance costs, and vertical depreciation. This lack of demand is reflected in the dealerships, who can see the writing on the wall. Ford says half its dealers are waiting to opt in on EV sales and service. Half the Ford dealers in the nation, or some 1,550, have chosen to stick with selling hybrid and internal combustion engine vehicles only in 2024, waiting to decide whether to make the investments needed to sell and service electric vehicles, the Detroit Free Press has learned. EV adoption rates vary across the country, and we believe our dealers know the market best, Ford spokesman Marty Gunsberg told the Detroit Free Press. As Ford dealers have completed their own local market assessments, enrolments for 2024 are just over 50% of the network, placing 86% of the population within 20 miles of a Ford dealership that can sell and service a Ford EV. Putting a very positive spin on some bad news there. The latest data provided by Ford indicates a cooling off period with dealers. A year ago, the Free Press reported that Ford CEO Jim Farley had secured commitments from 2 out of every 3 dealers to go all in on selling EVs. At that time, Ford said it had enrolled 1,920 dealers in the voluntary Model E program for the initial 2024 to 2026 periods. Some dealers later withdrew, Gunsberg confirmed. Customers shopping for electric vehicles will soon see signage that identifies dealers as Model E Certified Elite or Model E Certified. This is significant because it also tells the public the location of fast chargers needed to fuel up electric vehicles, Ford said. Finding charging stations for EVs has been an ongoing challenge for consumers. This secures additional sites. Initially, Ford said its dealers needed to decide whether they wanted to pay an estimated $500,000 to $1.2 million to install the charging infrastructure to achieve the special certification status. If dealers don't have charging stations, they can't service the electric vehicles. A second period of certification will take place in 2027, after Ford has begun releasing its new electric vehicle lineup. What was presented as a conservative dollar amount needed to make the upgrades ended up triggering a dealer backlash and even lawsuits challenging the program. The automaker has reduced the number of charging stations required per dealership, lowering dealer investments. Ford said installation costs vary by dealer site. That's an astonishing amount of money to convert to an EV dealership, half to 1.2 mil. There's no surprises that many dealers are staying well out of it. There will still be millions of internal combustion engine cars around for decades to come, and somebody will need to service them. It seems that our governments are the only ones who don't seem to realise this yet. That's it for this video, just a quick one. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you have any tips or stories, you can hit me up on Instagram or by email. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.